What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the podcast. Happy Friday to everyone. It's been an incredible week, a weird week. A lot of shit has gone down. We are ready for this day. So let's talk about the whole Trump thing with Zelensky and everything that's going on with Pam Bondi, Cash Patel, the Epstein files. I don't know, man. It's just so crazy. John, what you got for us, brother? Give it to us.
Yeah, they dropped the fucking ball, those idiots, dude.
Uh,
Dude, Pam Bondi, bro. At first, I was giving her a little leeway, and I was like, I'm gonna wait till all the facts come out. But the more I look into it, the more I notice, and I'm like, dude, she fucking botched that whole thing.
I don't think she did. I mean,
What?
well, the thing is, because you got to understand too, you got to understand Pam Bondi and Cash Patel, P. Hexet, they went into organizations that were so fucking they were just fucked up, dude. Everything was so scattered, files missing. The entire DOJ, the FBI were so corrupt. They were just getting rid of everything. So right now they're trying to find everything. Right now that all the promises they made, they're realizing everything's in shambles. But yes, I understand. Pam Bondi said the files are on my desk, blah 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 blah. But I mean,
There's nothing you can tell me that's not gonna
no,
tell me.
I'm not trying to persuade you or anyone else. Like I'm just giving you my facts. Like I'm not gonna be one of those people who says impeach her, get her out of office. She lied to us once when everyone else lied to us. Like no, I'm not gonna be one of those people. Like,
Kristopher.
hey, okay. Who knows if she lied? I don't know. I'm not gonna consider that a lie because she did release some things.
Well, we know she lied.
She never said I'm gonna release.
Dude, she released the shit that's already out. There was nothing new in there. She released already.
But we're not in the government. We don't know what the fuck's happening right now behind closed doors.
I said I will hold judgment until all the facts come out. I never said I'm gonna completely. I never said I want to completely impeach her or whatever the fuck. I mean impeach her. Impeach her. No, I was never on board with the let's remove her from office and let's get some new AG and all that kind of shit. I know a lot of people are fucking pissed. God damn, they're like, this bitch needs to go.
No, yeah. I started reading the comments and I'm like, does that really make sense? Like, yeah, let's get rid of her and let's go through all this bullshit again to get another one confirmed. Yeah. That's a great fucking idea.
Now, if she's compromised, which I don't think she
I don't
is,
think she is.
Then you would have to. But it's definitely fucking. I know she lied. I mean, because she said she had it on her desk, and she didn't. That's a fucking lie.
What she had on her desk, she gave.
No, dude. If she had it on her desk, well, first of all, she went on a media blitz for a week. Talking about I got it on my desk and it's more disgusting than you fucking could think.
That part,
yes. So it's not like it was a one-off kind of thing and she said it off the cuff. She fucking said it quite a bit. So she lied. I mean, I still love Pam Bondi. I still think she's a badass. But oh shit, look at this breaking news. Hold up. Let's go ahead and share this real quick. And I've been a big advocate for this. I've been telling people for a long time, not advocate like I've been in the streets, but I've been there like, fucking... yes, we need this shit. But I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm glad. I wonder, it lives on TikTok, so it has to be real. I mean, they're not like a parody. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. Now, this is breaking news. It is 13 hours ago? Holy shit, this was a long time ago.
Making English language. Okay. English the official language of the United States.
Go ahead and read it for us, Chris.
So, breaking news. President Trump plans to sign the executive order making English the official language of the United States. Despite nearly 250 years of history, the U.S. has never had a federal recognized language until now.
Okay, that's the shit that makes me mad. We have had an official language. I'm sorry if you fucking can't read between the lines. And you don't think English is our fucking language? Now, he's set to sign it? Okay, so...
Oh, he already signed it.
No, plans to sign it.
Wait, so is that a false picture?
No, that's probably just an old picture of his signature.
Okay.
I don't think it's a false picture, but yeah. So...
Well, then why is it breaking news?
Because he's gonna... Or, I mean, it's something new.
I guess. Yeah.
Now, I haven't heard nothing about that. I've been saying this forever because people always say, English is not our official language. Like, you're a fucking idiot. And let's go with that. You're a fucking idiot if you don't think English is our official language. Now, I have been, like I said, in the school system before, and I've seen counselors, I've seen fucking admin, I've seen teachers tell fucking students, hey, you know what? You don't really have to learn English, Like, you don't really have to learn it, but just know enough. And I'm like, no, If you want them to have a good job other than housekeeping for minimum wage or fucking cutting lawns or doing stuff, and cutting lawns, that's one thing, like, because you can make a business out of that. That's
You can make
different.
a lot of money off
Yes,
that.
you make a lot of money. So before y'all like, hey, I cut lawns and I make 100,000. Like, yeah, you make way more than me. I'm sorry. I mean, sorry to offend you or anything, but you cannot get a good job. And even if you're doing that, so first of all, I'm gonna go back to that. If you are cutting lawns and you have a big business making a lot of money, you got to know what.
English.
Yes, because who's paying for those lawns to be cut?
English speaking people, white people.
White people, that's the white people.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't getting no fucking wets over there. Like, hey, wait, can you cut my lawn or what? Like, they know how to cut their own lawn. It's in our blood. It's in our DNA. Yeah.
I get the guy in my neighborhood. He always leaves me a card. Every Sunday he leaves me a card. I'm like, bro, I cut my own fucking yard.
No, I cut my own lawn.
I mean,
bro.
if I could afford you to cut my yard, I would let you cut my yard. But
do you not see the brown skin on me? I know how to do this.
Do you not see the 2004 F-150 in my driveway?
You remember that old fucking joke? What do you call a Mexican without a leaf blower?
What?
Unemployed.
Oh, that's
You heard that? Fucking. Anyways, yes, dude. They're like, it's gonna be white people that are gonna buy that's your service. So you're gonna have to fucking know English. And I'm sorry, man. If you want to throw that little, those little fucking semantic games at us, and it's not really our national language. Shut the fuck up. And to be honest, it's the world's business language. Like all over the planet, if you want to have a global business, you're gonna have to know English because you're gonna have to. English is the business language of the world, so you're gonna have to learn it. I'm glad Trump's doing that. I've been saying this for a long time. Like I get in fights all the time. I'm like, it is our fucking language, dude.
Here.
I'm tired of hearing that stupid argument. So it would be nice to actually have a executive order and say like, all right, it's our official language. I don't want to hear that argument no more. It's over. Like, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Amen.
There. Yes. Okay. So let's go back to the fucking
Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi. Yeah, she botched it, bro. There's no other way to go about it. I love Pam Bondi. I don't want her to leave. If there's something that she's doing that's kind of shady, then yeah, let's address that and go from there. But if not, I mean, I don't see other than she made a promise that she couldn't keep, and she put out a statement that she couldn't fucking like back up. So that's all it was. And there's no other way to put it. She just said, I'm gonna do this. And I got it on my desk, and it's coming out tomorrow, and got everybody. And that's the thing that people are pissed off about. If you didn't say nothing, people would be like, hey, where are the files? Hey, where are the files? Where are the Epstein files? Where are the Epstein? But she said, I got it. Tomorrow's going to be a big day. And then she didn't come through. And she's a dumbass for that. And it ruined her reputation. And it's going to ruin her reputation for a lot of people.
Don't get over it.
Well, I mean...
But I will say this right here. I'm like, okay, the files came out or not? How many years have we gone through since the files have been suppressed? Like how long?
It's been a long time.
Long time. You think their lives were affected?
That's not the issue.
No, I know what I'm saying, but you're saying like people are so pissed off. Like it doesn't matter. I'm like, whether the files came out or not, your day's gonna go on. The next day is gonna go on. I mean, if she lied, she lied. She fucked up. I'd rather it be a small lie like that than something like major.
Yeah, but the thing is,
It's just no one's perfect, bro.
It doesn't matter about being perfect. It matters about being honest, and you weren't honest. It's like me telling you over and over, "Hey, Chris, I got this," and you're all excited, and you wouldn't be excited if I didn't tell you I got it, right? You would just be kind of like, yeah. But me telling you, "Hey, I got it, bro. It's here. Like, I got it right here. I got it. I'm gonna show you tomorrow." And then you come tomorrow, and I show you this. I show you nothing. You're gonna be like, "Why the fuck did you tell me that? Like, why did you explain that to me and get me all hyped up?" And I'm sure a lot of people lost sleep that day because they were so excited. I guarantee you. Because I mean, to be honest, bro, the Epstein files are a big deal.
They're a huge fucking deal.
Yes. We're gonna find out who are the fucking sickest people.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna go and slander her either.
Oh, I'm gonna slander her, but I don't want her gone.
I'm not gonna slander her.
Hey, bro, and
I don't know what's going on behind the curtains. I don't. So I'm like, hey, you know what? They didn't come out. They'll come out soon, and I'm gonna go on with the rest of my fucking day. But I'm not gonna go and be like, shame, you're a liar. I would never trust you again. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not saying that, but we do have to hold her accountable.
Yeah, that's fine. But,
we
can hold her accountable. But at the same time, we don't have to go and slander the fucking girl.
No, you got to put her feet to the fire, though. Why did you fucking lie? Do a press conference. What happened? Why did you lie to the people? What's going on?
She hasn't done it yet, and I'm pretty sure she will.
And then she wrote a stupid ass letter to Kash Patel. You talked to him yesterday. Why does it require a letter? That was all publicity stunt. That's all it was. And then the fucked up thing that I see, this is the fucked up thing I see. Those influencers got fucked.
Oh, they're all fucked.
Dude, everybody's like, don't trust them.
They came out showing those fucking binders.
And I was watching Ben Shapiro because I never really watch them. And I usually watch them on Fridays.
I stopped watching them already.
I watched them today. And I watched a couple of other people just talking about it. And it was true because when I first saw it, it was like, and I get both sides, right? Because if you got something, like it's like a cop, right? You fucking, when he's solving a murder or something like that, you're going to finally, when you get to break in the case, even though you know what that, like the situation is a sick situation, somebody died and all that, you're going to be like, oh, we got it. Yeah, let's go. And you're going to have a big smile on your face, right? Because it's something that you've been waiting for a long time. And it comes to you. It's like a present, even though at the end of the day, that present is something bad's behind that present. But you still, like, you're in that little moment, right? You're like fucking excited. And a lot of people were bashing him like, you shouldn't be happy. And you know, they're out there doing this and waving it. And I totally get that. But I also get, bro, people have dedicated their entire fucking careers off of that Epstein files.
Yeah, for
like,
chasing
what, yeah. Like, what does this man do? Who is behind it? Who's fucking, like, who's funded this guy? Who's
people
like,
went deep? People went deep into the investigation. Like,
dude,
they spent years. Yeah,
that. I'm still deep into that. I want to know. But the thing is, like, I understand why you would be happy, and I know it looks bad. But I understand because it's like, fuck, oh, dude, look at shit, I got it.
People
like,
want justice on that part.
But those DC Drano, Liz Wheeler, who else was it? It was like four of the ones. Posoblik, it was a few of them. And they're prominent fucking podcasters, bro. Like, they're pretty big time. And, dude, everybody, even, what is it? The Quartering was like, never trust these people again. The Quartering has a huge audience. Like, huge. And people were pissed, man. So, I don't know, man. They kind of... It might be one of those career ruiners too for a lot of those people. They might lose a lot of subscribers.
They might have a comeback. Who knows?
But still, I mean, I would be a little upset. Like, dude, I was rolling in subscribers, getting money, and then you fucking put me as a publicity stunt and fucked me up. I'd be a little upset about that, dude. I'd be a little upset. Not gonna lie. But anyways, one of the things I did point out, and then somebody pointed it out, somebody really famous pointed it out exactly the way it is, almost exactly how I said it. And I was like, he got like 1 million fucking views. I was like, God, I got like 10. One of the things I did point out was saying, now you could tell why, like, you can see the difference. Why we say it's not a fucking cult. Because the MAGA movement was pissed. And you look online, it was like, fuck you, you stupid bitch. And they were like all in love with her. Like, they love Pam Bondi. Everybody does. And then yesterday, oh my God, it was a firestorm on X, dude. They wanted heads to roll. And I was like, this is why you know they're not in the cult. In the MAGA movement, they're gonna hold people responsible.
Everyone accountable.
Yes, they might not hold Trump as accountable as they should sometimes, but they're still gonna, like, if Trump goes off the deep end, they're gonna fucking like, hey, whoa, hey, bro, what's going on? What's going on?
They'll push him back to the right
and
spot.
Trump will listen to his audience, which is great.
Yeah,
and a lot of people were even talking about Trump, like, dude, if you like, why Trump, you fucking let us down, Trump this, and I was like, okay. Now you saw that even though it was a bad situation, I thought of the positive part, and I was like, look, this shows that we're not a fucking we all have different thoughts and thinking processes and stuff. And I said, I'm not gonna throw her under the bus to get all the facts, but still, she needs to be accountable, right? And on the left, bro, imagine this happened on the left. They would talk about how this is a great thing and how this is better. This is the betterment for everyone, you know, like this is the greatest thing we could do for the people by giving them already what they have. You know, they would spin it so fucking crazy because they just, whatever they say, you got the new thing, right? You're gonna fucking have to say it. And that's what I was saying. I was like, so the silver lining in this whole thing is the right is not a cult. We'll hold people accountable. The left will just say whatever the fuck they got to.
They'll make it another word salad and just...
Yeah, I mean, it's like Scientology, bro. You get off that liberal plantation, man, you're going to fucking... Like, you're going to get excluded from your family, your friends, your fucking colleagues. I mean, your job if you work at a fucking vegan restaurant. Like, all the fucking things, bro. They're fucking crazy. So let's go ahead and watch this. And then we're going to get to the fucking Zelensky thing. But I want to watch this real quick. And just to show, in case some people, memory hold this, so we hold her accountable.
People are wondering, because you said last week that you have the Epstein files on your desk. When can
I do want to say, God damn, she's hot.
She's gorgeous.
God damn. God bless you, Pam Bondi.
we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
Yeah.
I do. Jesse, There are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
One of the things a lot
You
of
see
people
his
are
face at
wondering,
the end. Look at his face. He's like, huh? Look at his face. He's like, oh. But yes, okay. So there you go, bro. She said it. She said it pretty clearly.
Just some.
Yes, not okay. If she was being honest, she would have said, "You're going to see the same thing you saw a few years ago. That's on the FBI fucking website."
Some,
nah, Chris, you sound like a liberal. You're bending over backwards. You're bending over backwards to justify her fucking lies. She lied. It's fine.
I said she lied. Okay, fine. She lied.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, fine.
There we go.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna go on this 3-day rant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Because you fucking lied, Pam.
I'm not gonna go and start.
Where's
fucking,
the JFK files?
I'm not gonna go start acting like a
Where's
Dallas.
the MLK files?
I'm not gonna go be a fucking Dallas Cowboy fan and start fucking beating shit and breaking shit because she lied.
I broke my TV already, Chris.
Okay, she made a statement and it turned out to be false. But I'm not gonna go and start fucking breaking windows. Like,
You know what? I was gonna go have a summer of love downtown, dude. That's how pissed I was.
I'm not gonna be one of those. I'm like, you
I'm
know
just
what?
joking.
I don't know what the fuck happened. Okay, if she lied, she lied. But I'm gonna wait till more facts come out. Let's see what happens, and that's it. Wait for a bit. I'm gonna be a little. I'm gonna just back it down, slow it down a little bit. That's all I'm gonna do. I'll let you do the fury for me.
Pam is trying to push all the blame on the SDNY, the FBI headquarters over there in New York,
Which they found.
Yes, where they saying that they're already deleting stuff. So they're. I mean, we're probably never gonna. We're never gonna get them, bro. I was talking to my friend, right?
But it's not her fault either.
Yes, or it's well, okay. So this is where I beg to differ. She is the head. She's the AG. She has fucking Kash Patel in her pocket because that's her.
For him, he's only been there for 4 days.
It don't matter. Okay, if I'm a boss. Okay, let's put it this way: if you're a boss of a company and you hear your fucking main boss, the CEO, is telling you, "Hey, I need these papers from these guys. I think they're fucking us over," and you are the boss now, and you get this from the fucking high up, and then he tells you they're doing something about it. You're not gonna go in that office and fucking say, "I need those fucking papers now. I don't have time to talk. Give me those papers. If you're not gonna give it to me, we're gonna bust down the doors and we're gonna fucking take all y'all in for insubordinate."
What do you think Kash Patel's been doing since he's been in office?
He's probably going after bad guys. That don't matter. Right now, we're doing this.
I understand.
He can do two things at once. No, he has people at his disposal. I would be like, hey, I need
the same thing. He's going into something he's never done before. He's going to the
director. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that.
Well, then you don't want to be logical then.
No, I do. Because if I own the company and a section of my company is going rogue, I'm going to fucking get somebody, I'm going to get security and say, I need you to knock that fucking door down because I'm the fucking boss here. I need you to knock that door down and get what I need. And if they're destroying shit, I want a recorder on there because we're going to fucking indict them for destroying evidence. Okay. Now, that's what I would do because I have a fucking pair of balls and I'm the boss.
And do you know if that happened or not?
No, they haven't done nothing to SDNY.
How do you know?
Because it would be all over the news.
Okay.
That's how I know. You don't think the news would be like raid at SDNY? Well, when they go rogue, like I said,
and that's what I was saying.
You need to bust fucking doors down.
And that's what I was saying.
And they're not busting nothing.
That's what I was saying on the other point. They went into offices not knowing that these departments went rogue. So now they're
they knew that. I mean, come on, SDNY. They're the ones that did the Trump case. They're the ones that are doing the Eric Adams case.
So if they went doors down, well, if they went rogue. How do you get those doors kicked down? Well, maybe he's doing that right now.
It shouldn't take that long to get a group of people to say, hey, we're going to go into the fucking SDNY and kick down the fucking door until they give us what we want.
How do you know?
Because it would be on the news, Chris. It's not like a private Area 51.
They're not going to go.
It's not like an Area 51 where
they're not going to go say. They're not going to say, hey, we're going to go kick these doors down. Grab the media. We're taking them with us.
You don't think the media would know?
No, I'm pretty sure they're going to be discreet about this.
Oh, dude, no. You don't think the fucking feds that are going rogue are gonna fucking leak it to the media? Right now they're kicking in our doors while the media's already there. It's New York, bro. The people voted for Trump. Trump put Kash in there to get shit done. Trump put Pam in there to get shit done. And if you're going to go rogue and not fucking follow the chain of command, then you deserve to get fucking indicted. I mean, did you see that shit the other day with the CIA agents?
Which one? There's a lot of shit going on.
So a lot of CIA agents said,
that
they will start sending
they'll leak
secrets.
secrets out. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
okay.
treason.
Why is nobody in fucking jail? We're playing patty cake with this bullshit. No, bro. Dude, can
See,
you
that
imagine?
right there is not tolerable. Right there, that's treason right there.
Dude, going rogue is not tolerable. What are you talking about? It's the same thing.
Okay.
So if they went rogue and they're not complying
That
with
department.
higher command, then you bust down their fucking door. I guarantee no
And I
sergeant or
agree
no
with that.
major is like, hey, our other platoon went rogue. Like, we'll get them soon. I guarantee you, they'd be like, well, where the fuck are they? Go get them. Like, it wouldn't be a thing. There's no reason to delay the seizure of the FBI agency over there in New York. There's no reason.
No.
They're under your command. They're under your thumb. They are federal agents.
Federal employees.
Yes, they're not.
They're
not,
getting paid by our tax dollars.
Yes. So you don't play fucking little. You
Well,
don't
obviously,
play with like little marshmallow gloves with them. Like,
obviously they're
get us where we need.
Obviously, they're not listening to the orders.
And I think, and I'm gonna be honest, bro. The Epstein files are never coming out. It
We'll
would
see.
turn the world upside down because everybody would find out how fucking just
Disgusting.
corrupt and disgusting our leaders are, bro. It would turn the world upside down, bro. I think he worked for the FBI and fucking CIA.
Yeah, they were thinking he was an actual agent.
No, they already know that.
So he was.
Yeah.
Damn, I thought that was conspiracy because I never really followed too much of the Epstein.
I love that shit,
Like,
because
I
he's
saw
a
the
scumbag.
I saw the Netflix thing, but I saw one episode. They were like, "Why was no one ever concerned on why he was that rich? Like, can anyone explain what he was doing?" And like, I started going deep into that.
He worked for a fucking agency, and he
Was
had people in vulnerable positions because he has tapes and all that kind of shit.
Was his job to like just to?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know all that. I'm sure that there's people that do, but I had saw because he got that sweetheart deal in Florida. Obviously he has fucking power, and yeah, man, you don't get a deal like that if you don't know people.
It's a fucking crazy story. How did someone get that powerful?
That's the thing. Nobody knows how he got his money.
Exactly.
Nobody knows.
That's what I was saying,
He
like,
just started showing up at these parties.
No one knew where he got his fortune from.
No one knows. Like they don't know nothing about anything about him other than he just was this powerful man that showed up at parties and got people to fucking go to this island and fuck little girls and boys.
What if there was this agency in the world who just got
CIA, FBI? I mean, that's what.
No. Something more powerful than that. And they just found this one person, gave him an ultimatum. Hey, man, we're going to make you extremely rich, extremely powerful. And your job is to corrupt these people in this country.
Well, I mean,
wouldn't that be kind of crazy? Like,
dude, I mean, we already have those agencies. USAID was paying $40 million a month to terrorists.
Yeah, but
I mean, $40 million. What are you talking about? That's an incredible amount of money.
But he was given the United States to like just. I mean,
I know, but I'm saying these agencies already exist. We already discovered the shit USAID was doing. You didn't see that clip with USAID?
Oh, I do. I've been following that shit like crazy.
Look, there's a fucking.
But I think Epstein goes deeper than fucking USAID.
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm not saying that.
It goes dark, I think.
But what I'm trying to say is we already know we're paying horrible people. Like, it's not like a secret. It's not like, oh, hey, we're paying horrible people. Yeah, we fucking know that. Like, they had a whole hearing about it. Yeah. Like, let's just show this. Just to show you and the people how fucking disgusting our government is. How terrible it is. And the things that we do. Yeah. I just see you right here.
A week to the Taliban.
Oh.
Roman, are you aware that we are sending $40 million a week to the Taliban?
Yes, sir.
Can you name other instances of foreign aid going to terrorist organizations?
We have assisted Al-Shabaab in Somalia. There's been instances of the Hamzi network in Sudan, Hamas, Islamic Jihad, Hezbollah, Kata'iba Hezbollah, Hayat Tahrir al-Shams in Syria. Dozens of terror organizations have received indirect assistance from U.S. foreign aid. Let's use Gaza.
Why is no one getting arrested, bro? That's the shit I'm talking about. And we have everything now. We have Pam Bondi. We have fucking Kash Patel. Why is no one getting a fucking arrested? That's the shit that pisses me off.
As our case study, $2.1 billion in American taxpayers' money to Gaza since October 7th when Hamas invaded southern Israel. USAID money was going in terms of an emergency use authorization to try to go to parties that USAID formerly had a relationship with in the Gaza Strip.
How did terrorists exploit our foreign aid loopholes?
You have international NGOs and UN agencies actively lobby here in Washington, D.C. against vetting policies that would prevent it.
That's what Elon Musk was talking about in Joe Rogan's pockets. Joe Rogan podcast. He was talking about it. He said these NGOs that like Soros found a way to fucking exploit the NGO situation, and then Joe Rogan asked him. He goes, "Oh, so do they vet them? Like, hey, where are you spending this money?" He goes, "Dude, they don't do nothing. They just give them money." So nobody knows where that money's going. Well, did you see that shit in San Antonio?
They're not allowed to ask them where the money's going. They have to give them the money.
I didn't see that part. So they're not allowed.
They're not allowed.
That's even worse.
Because he was saying, because so Joe Rogan asked him about this one. Elon Musk went really deep on how money works with how to trace your money, but you give it you give it like a case number, and you have to put where it's going. There are checks going out, and not like literal checks. There's money going out that there's no one, they don't know where the money's going to and who's funding it, but it's coming from our accounts, like our the government's accounts. And he says, I made a point saying, well, shouldn't we know where the money's going? And the program is just programmed to just give the money out quickly. Like like for those of y'all who haven't watched the new Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk, watch it. In the first 30 minutes, y'all's heads are gonna be fucking blown. Like he puts it way more articulate than we can. But
well, I haven't seen it. I just saw that little clip.
It's insane.
But let's go ahead and finish this.
The senior vetting officer at USAID, and what we
did. Did you say United Nations is doing this? The UN?
Sure, everybody who's getting money lobbies here.
So the taxpayers fund this lobbyist who's working against American interests.
Correct.
Possibly killing our allies and possibly Americans.
They bring together groups in Washington that overseas work with groups that kill Americans.
Why? Hold on. I want to see this. Look at why is she so happy?
I think she's happy because the truth's coming out right now.
No, she's happy because she's on TV. So let's hear that again. I want everybody to hear that one more time.
Possibly Americans.
They bring together groups in Washington that overseas work with groups that kill Americans.
How do these programs compromise
they
our
work
national
with them.
security, Mr. Premier?
The people who are fucking.
They actually push China. They actually push much of the world towards China on the green energy agenda. Mm-hmm. They push people, ordinary people, billions of people towards China because of the resentment caused by our social re-engineering.
Why is no one in fucking jail? That's my shit. Why is no one in fucking jail right now? Why is there no indictment? I mean, okay, I'll give you this. It does take a while to indict somebody. I get that.
You got to pull up all the evidence.
I want motherfuckers to be doing time for this shit.
And it costs money to do all those trials.
Now, I saw this today, and this fucking was wild. I saw it, and it's crazy. People are backing it up. So this is in San Antonio, Texas.
Oh, God.
Look at sitting empty. Doge and HHS ends $18 million contract with family endeavors for empty facilities. Now, they're trying to make them sound like it's a sad story, but look, check it out.
Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, has targeted a nonprofit based here in San Antonio, saying its contract for $215 million a year is canceled. News 4 San Antonio.
$250 fucking million a year to house migrants?
50 or 15?
50 or 50 or whatever. Who gives a fuck if it's 15 or 50? That's a lot of money.
I-Team Waste Watch reporter Jay Avila has this story live from the Content Center.
Mandy, in a post on X, DOGE said the Department of Health and Human Services had terminated a contract paying Family Endeavors $18 million a month to operate an empty facility in West Texas.
The organization is also known as Endeavors, and you may have seen its administrative headquarters and wellness center on De Zavala Road, where it has a cluster of buildings and storefronts. Doge focused on an overflow housing facility for migrant families Endeavors operates in Pecos, Texas, which Doge says has been sitting empty, while Endeavors has been receiving the $18 million per month. Homeland Security reposted Doge's X post, tagging U.S. Attorney Ed Martin with the words, "Please investigate," to which Martin responded, "Duly noted, we are on it." I went to Endeavor's San Antonio headquarters today to get a comment from the organization. They responded late this afternoon by email. Endeavors was responsible for maintaining...
Okay, that just tells you everything.
Yeah.
They didn't want to talk. They would respond by email. Why? Because when you talk, you're going to say shit off the cuff. When you do email, it's a well thought out, like, you know, explanation.
Operational readiness at the Pecos shelter, ensuring the ability to scale from cold status, operationally ready but not actively serving children, to full use of 3,000 beds as needed. Decisions regarding facility use and migrant sheltering locations were made by the federal government, not Endeavors.
Okay, so since we don't have the migrant crisis anymore, it's like when you start getting unemployment, right? For us little people that deal with the fucking IRS and the government, when you get unemployment or you get anything, I remember when I was getting unemployment with the COVID shit, I got a letter in the mail saying, "Hey, by the way, you owe $2,000 because we overpaid you." And I was like, "What?" And then I don't know if you remember, in San Antonio, a bunch of people got overpaid. I don't even think it was 2,000. I threw a little Trumpy there, a little exaggeration. It was about 700 or something. I was
wow, you were way off. Wow, that's 1,300 off, John.
Let me put a little pepper in my conversation. Let me put a little spice.
Was there interest in that or what?
I don't know. It might have been like 800 or something. It was something like a lot, you know, enough to fucking like make me sweat. And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "What?" Because remember, a lot of people, and at that time I was teaching. So a lot of teachers got let off. They were like, "Well, we don't need teachers right now." You know, they're gonna get one teacher and all be in one fucking Zoom, and it was like all the seniority teachers, which is understandable. I wasn't mad about it, but I was like, cool. I get to spend time with my family. You know, at the time my family was in Japan, without me for 6 months, and then I got the green card. So it was nice. It worked out.
Yeah.
But I ended up owing them much money. Now, why the fuck are they not telling them, "Hey, by the way, you have empty fucking beds. You owe this money back," right? Wouldn't that be like, because that's what happens to us?
They should, yeah.
Yes. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not wrong here.
Any claims of corruption or mismanagement are baseless. Doge
Are you
also
still
claims
receiving money?
Endeavors received its HHS contract in 2021 after a former ICE employee and Biden transition team member joined the nonprofit.
Endeavor's government disclosure forms show its revenues shot up in 2021 from $50 million to $658 million, reaching a peak of $1.1 billion in 2022. For the News 4 I-Team Waste Watch, I'm Jay Avila.
Bro, we made people so much money under that migrant crisis, bro. We made people so much money. All those NGOs. We should have started an NGO.
Who's the mastermind behind all this?
Dude, we were in the wrong business. We were in the wrong.
We're always on the wrong side. Fuck.
Dude, these motherfuckers need to go to jail too. If there's corruption and all that, if they spent the money, okay. But I mean, still, because I mean, they had Biden to fucking back him up. Yeah, man, I saw that and it pissed me off. And a lot of people online are still, "Well, they're helping out migrant families." Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. You're an idiot.
God bless Elon Musk, man.
I know, dude. That was just the fucking greatest thing ever, dude. But
I'm buying the shirt.
Now
I'm gonna support.
Let's go ahead and talk about the main thing of the evening: the fucking Trumpa and Zelensky.
Zelensky,
situation.
that fucking wiener.
I'll just go on a little rant of mine. When I fucking
let's start with the phone call.
What phone call?
From earlier.
Oh no, I'm gonna talk about that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so when I first saw it, it looked like two bullies jumping a fucking kid, right? I mean, it looked, that's the way it looked. And I was like, what? And then the reporter saying like, "Why don't you buy a suit?" And it's like, I get it, but it's just don't be a dick. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a nice person. I don't see a point to be a dick for no fucking reason. Like, okay, he wears that. He's always worn that. You don't need to fucking call him out. I saw that, and then I saw the fucking argument, and I didn't see how it led up to the argument because I didn't watch the whole 50 minutes.
I know.
So I saw, and like I've said it before, man. I'm not perfect, and I fall victim to like edited videos.
We all do.
That's fine. And there's times I'm like, what the fuck? So the first thing I thought was, holy shit, this looks bad. Because I thought Trump like made it a point. I'm gonna fucking punk this dude in front of everybody just to show like, you know, my masculinity and all that. And then he's like, you're being a tough guy. And I just heard it and I was like, dude, this sounds bad. And I agreed, and I said it too. I agree with all the substance that was said on that whole conversation. I agree completely with everything that he was saying. I just thought it should be behind closed doors. That was my only thing. But let me finish real quick because I decided to keep the thought. I just thought it should be behind closed doors. I was like, dude, this is a conversation for closed doors because you're emasculating this man and he's still fighting a war. And it's like I'll give you an example. I remember when I used to teach, you would have like principals and vice principals sometimes come in your class and you're teaching and then they would say, oh, hold on. And they would like, oh, let me show you how to do this. And to me, I used to be like, don't fucking do that to me. Because now you made me look like an idiot in front of the kids and no one's going to respect me now. Because they're going to be like, oh, he needs fucking help, right? Because wouldn't you say that? Like, it's like, tell me after and I'll fix it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way I am. And it would just be like, they would do it. And, oh, you do it like this. Like, hey, come on, let's do this. And then they would just give you the thing back and say, okay, go ahead and do it again. And I'm like, no, this is stupid. We're just repeating it. And they would like, and it was emasculating. It was like, made you feel like, oh, you lose all your power. And the kids look at you like, this dude doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, right? And that's why I was thinking. I was like, bro, you're making him look silly. You're making him look bad. I don't like two things could be right at the same time. I don't like Zelensky. I don't think he's. I mean, you know, I've said it here and there. Like, yeah, he has a dictator and all that. I would say he's a dictator, but he does some dictator style things, right? But I don't think of him as a dictator like Putin. I don't like Putin, but I didn't think it was warranted to just fucking punk him like that, and then to go 2-on-1 plus a reporter plus Mark Rubio's there, and it was just like a gang up. Like
Mark Rubio just sat back.
No, I know, but still, if it got to that point, right?
If it got to that
point,
point,
into blows or anything, but as in, you know, it looked bad. And then I watched it. I was like, okay, I watched it again, and I was like, oh, dude, this doesn't sit right with me. Like, I don't like it. And then I watched. I was on X, and some guy goes, hey, Samurai Blitz, because I'm on there with that. And he goes, hey, you should actually watch the whole 50 minutes. And I was like, oh, there's a whole 50 minutes. Because I've been working all day.
Yeah.
So I didn't have time. And in my work, I can't just sit around and listen to podcasts. I don't have that kind of job. So I was like, all right. I didn't know there was a whole 50 minutes. And everybody was bragging about it. And everybody's like, fuck you, Zelensky, and fuck Ukraine. I'm like, bro, that's the one thing I don't like, too. Because then it gets too tribal. And then it gets like, oh, dude, I don't like the ugly side of that, of like nationalism, you know, like the whole like nativist kind of, yeah, fuck everybody, it's just us. And I'm like, I understand, like, it's us first, but I also don't think fuck everybody, it's just us, you know. I don't like that whole attitude.
Yeah.
So I started like really just, oh, dude, y'all make, like, I don't like this. I don't like where it's going. And I'm gonna be honest, I just didn't like it. I didn't sit well with me. I thought it was like very just uncalled for. I thought it should have happened. Just it should have been like private conversation. Like, hey man, you don't have the fucking things that, like, because I know Trump talks like that behind closed doors, you know, and the world got to see what it's like. And I was like, yeah, I get it. And I just didn't like it, whatever. And then I watched the whole 50 minutes, and he gave him plenty of opportunities because it was very nice.
It was a very good interview until
like 20 minutes in, and then at one point he starts saying shit, and then because he says about Europe, he goes, well, we gave much more than Europe, and he goes, but they gave a lot too. And it's like, bro, if you know anything about Trump, just watch the media and you'll know, or just watch Trump, his whole demeanor. If you if you play nice with him, he's gonna play really nice back with you. He's one of those guys.
But Zelensky fucked up when he started bringing up Obama, and all of them. Like that's why Trump was like, he goes, I wasn't there. It's like, so for me, I was lucky enough because I had to get my medical card done because I had my CDL, and for my work I had to go get my shit done every 2 years, and I was lucky enough to be the one guy who checks into this fucking med clinic, and I'm like the last one to be called. I was waiting for like an hour and a half, and luckily for me, they had it on the channel where the conference is going to be on, and I was like, oh shit, okay, I was watching this, and that's why I watched it. I was like, okay, and then that, dude, I saw the whole thing unfold. That's why when you called me, I was like, dude, what are you talking about? So I was like, I was like, what are you talking about?
I saw like a 2-minute clip.
No, I saw everything, man, and like I saw where Zelensky started pissing off Trump because Trump went off.
Timestamps, by the way, we're gonna watch.
Yeah, Trump had a little outbreak, and then you saw JD Vance kind of articulating everything and everything. So like Vance was doing his job too, but they were calling him out too. But the moment Trump broke is when he started mentioning, oh, back in 2014, he goes 2015, no 2014. When he goes, I wasn't there. He goes, those were bad presidents.
He wasn't even there in 2015, so
Yeah,
I don't know
he
why
wasn't.
he cared. But he was wrong.
That's when he unfolded. Yeah.
He was. I mean, yeah, he was wrong. So he got checked by Zelensky, and I agree.
But
Zelensky probably knows better than him because that's his country.
I do agree that they were going to make it some type of fucking media thing. What they should have done, which is had a small like 20-minute introduction. Hey, we're here. We're going to have this really great meeting about bringing the war to an end. Let's take some questions real quick, and then bam, everyone get the fuck out. Let's take it to the Oval Office behind closed doors.
Yes. Okay. That's where I'm at. Even still right now, I'm at, bro, you do it behind closed doors. Let's like, hey, do a little bit of questions. And Trump kept it a little long. And Zelensky should have known, because I mean, you just saw him unfold live on TV. And when you watch the whole thing, you're like, Zelensky, just shut the fuck up and talk to him later. Trump, like, one thing Trump's not gonna want you to do is try to out fucking alpha him in front of an audience. Like,
or
you
try
should
to
know
throw shade
this.
or anything.
Like,
Dude,
first of all, he doesn't want you to out alpha him in any situation, but in front of the fucking media,
he was walking into a den of fucking alphas. It's like, bro, you weren't gonna win this fucking battle. Doesn't matter how much you were gonna plead or beg. Trump's the biggest alpha in the world. You're not gonna out alpha this motherfucker. And you got JD Vance, the soon to be next fucking alpha.
I hope so.
Alpha in training. You're not gonna fucking outdo these motherfuckers. So Zelensky fucked up bad. But at the same time,
go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
At the same time, I understood they wanted the little media press. They should have gave 20 minutes of a small introduction, like I was saying, and take your questions. Questions are answered. Gave like 20 questions, answer them, get the fuck out, Oval Office. Let's have this real fucking conversation now.
Well,
that should have been behind closed doors.
I get what leftists are gonna say. I get it, because they're gonna say, you know what, you gotta stroke Trump's ego. You gotta stroke it, and in a lot of ways that's true. So I get the criticism there. Now, because I'm not gonna follow Trump with everything. Like, I think he's the greatest. No. But I love Trump. Don't get me wrong. I fucking think the man's great.
He was the greatest president of our lifetime.
Oh yeah, I'd put him even one of the top 5, and probably and that's because he hasn't finished yet. I can't even rate him right now, but he's definitely top 5 already. If he continues to go down the route,
if I put him in my top 5, he ain't gonna get any. He might just go even better.
Higher. Oh yeah, for sure. No, I'm saying he's probably not. He's probably. But anyways, he should have kept it short. Zelensky should have shut his mouth a lot of times. When he saw there's little times where Trump looks at him like, what?
Yeah,
I was like, holy shit. Okay, because I was even talking to Vic about it. I was talking to Vicky, and I was like, man, they're gonna get mad. A lot of Trump supporters are gonna get mad at what I got to say, because I was online posting it like, dude, that should have been in closed doors, bro. You didn't have to do it like that.
I know. That's why.
And I still feel, bro, you should have said, like, you know what, we're gonna end it now because we have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm not really excited about the way this conversation's going. Just to be presidential in that way, you know, because like everybody's gonna know now, and like, you know, you don't think Putin's looking at this like, look at, dude, we got the upper hand. Now,
well, Trump was thinking. I'm pretty sure Trump was thinking about that part too.
But now Putin's gonna come into the conversation with the upper hand and say, you fucked up. So now we're gonna be able to negotiate with way more terms and with way more things that we want. And I don't want Putin to get any more things, you know. So it's not good. It's not a good look, no matter which way you put it. Because I like Putin's a fucking bad guy too. I don't think he's a good guy. He's a fucking KGB, ex-KGB. You know,
that's good.
He saw himself. He saw the fall of the Berlin Wall as one of the greatest travesties. Like, he's one of those guys. He's noted for saying that. Like, he's a terrible guy. And the fall of Berlin, bro. I mean, that fucking dude. East Berlin was a shithole, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, they built a wall. They had one vehicle.
They built a wall not to keep people out, to keep people in. That's how fucked up it was. So I get all that, and I get that, but dude, it's like Trump, and I still feel Trump. If it was me, I'd be like, you know what, man, I really don't like the way this conversation's going. I'm gonna take this into closed doors, because I think there's a lot of stuff we really gotta hash out, and I'm not happy with the route it's happening at this moment. And even JD, because he's a fucking intelligent guy, JD should have calmed himself down. You know what? Like, I feel like you're being disrespectful, so we're gonna go in the office right now and talk without the media. Because there's a lot of things I have to say to you in private that I don't think the media should be involved in. I mean, that's just the way I feel, because if not, you're giving Putin the upper hand.
So two things.
Okay, but just real fast, you don't think Putin right now is saying, dude, hey, we got this motherfucker. You don't think he's fucking like, oh, we got him, dude, checkmate. You don't think that's going on right now?
No.
Oh, dude. Bro, if you see your enemy,
I just like disagreeing with you.
I was gonna say, if you see your enemy getting fucking like just beat down, like, I mean,
I'm pretty sure Putin was like, "Oh, he's pissed. I ain't gonna fuck with him right now."
No, dude, that's not what he's saying.
So I think on the JD Vance thing, JD Vance could not do that. He cannot go and interrupt the president and say, "Mr. President, we should take this back." No, he has to be on the same vibe as President Trump. He has to vibe with him. He has to have the same energy. If President Trump goes north, he better follow him. He cannot go, "Hey, whoa, let's back it down." Like, no. You don't tell him that. You better be on the same page as the president. Now, he could give him advice behind closed doors when no one listens. That's when he can go and give his advice. He cannot do that in front of the media.
I get that, but I'm saying, like, once you don't want to make this man look less than at right now when you're in a negotiation table and you're and if Trump is more for Putin, then I would question his loyalty towards everything. I mean, like, there's no way you could look at this whole situation and see Putin. Well, there is. Okay, let's go back. I mean, trying to get Ukraine into NATO, push Putin back against the wall, and he had to do something. And that is why that's one of the big reasons why we're in this situation, right? So I get why Putin's pissed too. And the thing is, the thing I feel about Zelensky right now is I feel bad for him because he's just been played on all levels, bro. He's been played by the Democrats. He's been played by the Europeans. He's been played by everybody. The only one that didn't play him was Trump, and he's not showing the respect. And I see that to Trump that he should be, because the Democrats are just like, hey, we'll just keep giving you money and letting your people die. And is that empathy?
Yeah, and Trump's
is that empathy?
And Trump's the only one saying, "Look, I will help you.
I will help you,
but you need to be on the same terms as we are to help you.
I will help you. Not only will I help you end this war, I'm going to help you be rich and
I'm
have
gonna
a
help
booming economy.
And I'm going to help reconstruct your country. But like, you have to be on our terms. If someone told you that, I mean, I'm pretty sure you will be like, yes, thank you. Like, that's all we want.
Well, the thing is, he has a problem. There's a lot of things going on. And then on top of that, the EU is just fucking propping him up and making him like, hey, we got your back. We got your back. But the EU, did you see in Europe, they're talking about conscription again.
Mm-mm.
You didn't see that?
No.
So France and England, all that, they're talking about like, we're probably going to have to bring back conscription. And I was like, holy shit.
Well, what is that?
The draft.
Yeah. Oh, for the war? Oh.
No, just because they don't have the numbers. And they're like, yeah, we're probably going to have to bring back the draft. And I was like, holy shit.
What do they call it?
The conscription?
Conscription?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Oh, no?
So we call the draft, they call conscription.
No, we call it conscription too.
I never even heard of that term.
Yeah, selective services. Like conscription.
Okay.
Where I used to teach it.
So I learned something today.
Yeah, so no, where they're talking about like doing like you know, like in South Korea where they do like, you have your male, you got to do 2 years of military
does
service.
That all of them,
yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wonder Woman did that, right?
Yeah.
She did 2 years.
God, she's gorgeous. Gal Gadot.
Yeah. So they're talking about that already, and they're like, okay, because Trump said you're gonna pay your way and you're gonna help us out. So yeah, man, it's gonna be it's interesting, and I think they're propping him up, saying we got your back, we got your back. And I forgot what European leader after this whole debacle went down. He was saying we got Zelensky and Ukraine's back all the way to the end, and it's like, okay, well, go let your kids go die out there, bro. You do that.
Yeah,
you do that because it's not going to end well. And Trump told him, "You're playing around with World War III," which is true.
Like, you don't have the cards in your hands, brother.
But it's not only that; you're fucking playing with the world, like a worldwide conflict. And he's like, "Oh, it's going to go to Poland. It's going to." They have no. I haven't seen anything, or I mean, they wouldn't tell us. But there's no indication that Putin's trying to go all the way to Poland again. There's no indication.
No,
now he does say some shit that's kind of iffy. But
so do this. Learn me on this. So I don't really know too much of the whole backstory. Why does Putin want Ukraine so bad?
Where Ukraine was part of Russia.
And I know from the whole.
Yeah, like even Poland was under, or the whole eastern bloc of Europe was Russian territory. That's why Berlin was. That's why.
But why does
Germany
he want it back so bad?
because he wants
He
the
just wants.
glory days of
He
the,
just wants the.
Well, he saw the glory days of the KGB during that time after World War One. I mean, after World War Two, that when Russia was a powerhouse, they were their second biggest power in the country. I mean, in the world, especially after World War Two, they got the atomic bomb as well, and then they started doing the hydrogen bomb and all kinds of shit. So they had, and to be honest, they had the fucking power. They were powerful at that time. KGB was around during that time, so Putin sees the KGB days as the glory days of Russia, Mother Russia. Like it was the glory days,
Mother Russia,
and it was. I mean, they were fucking powerful. And that's why we fought 2 proxy wars, and we fought a lot more. We fought proxy wars in Iran and all kinds of shit. Vietnam, Korea.
I have my opinion on Zelensky where I think he doesn't want a ceasefire because he wants to stay in power.
Well, he was saying that after I watched the whole thing.
He was saying he doesn't want a ceasefire.
Yeah, he's all like, but I get why he's saying that, because they broke 32 promises of ceasefires and they kept breaking them. But the thing is, he kept saying it like in 2014 and then this other time and this other
that's
time.
what's pissing off Trump.
And Trump was like, that was Obama. That was Biden. A stupid idiot.
Yeah. That was the best one. That stupid idiot president.
So let's go ahead and watch a little bit of it.
Give me that one.
We'll react to it.
I'm so excited.
Now, these are the parts I felt like that were the turning points. I don't know if I wrote this one right, but these were the turning points of the conversation. And now, all the way up to here, I felt the whole conversation was great. He had a little moment in the middle of this where he was talking about Europe gave a lot and Europe our friends, and Trump's like, well, we gave more. And then Trump kind of like pats him, and Trump's kind of like, and you should have got the signal at that point, like, hey,
like calm yourself down.
Like,
now.
hey, bro, you're
back it up a little.
Yeah, back it up a little bit, because we're talking about some real shit right now. And then he was saying, well, I'm talking about this. And when he goes at JD Vance, that's when all hell breaks loose.
Oh, yeah.
And it gets ugly. But let's go and watch this.
They have committed to a lot of security. I don't think you're going to need much security. I think once this deal gets done, it's over. Russia's not going to want to go back, and nobody's going to want to go.
There he is, nodding his head.
Right there.
Nodding his head. Bro.
Right in front of the president, you motherfucker.
Wait till you get to the fucking room and air out your grievances.
Back. When this deal ends, I really believe this deal is going to be over. Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
If I can answer. Yes, if I can answer. Sorry.
First of all, just shut the fuck up.
This isn't your interview, motherfucker.
This ain't the time. But let's see it.
Please.
And I do like your clothing, brother.
Yeah, really?
Even though I think he's a great guy, by the way. But I don't know if you two like each other. But you know what? I think he's dressed.
I like this guy.
I think he's dressed beautiful.
So
See, and he's trying to make it a friendly atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like you could tell he's trying to like.
Trump's trying to like cool the Jets fan. Like,
And that was a shitty question. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You don't have to ask a question like that. What does that fucking matter to you? Are you that much of a pussy? You have to. Oh, you need to wear a suit here. Shut the fuck up. I mean, I get it, but I don't.
I have more serious things than answer on such questions. I will answer on more serious questions if I can. Yeah, so please. About security.
Oh, bro, right there.
And about just ceasefire.
Please.
We can't just speak about ceasefire.
No, but Trump's making it friendly, and he's into like, please, hey, I'm serious here. You're playing games. You're pissing him off, bro, and I can see why you'd be mad at that. I'd be like, hey, whoa, you're in the Oval Office. You're in my fucking property. You don't fucking talk to me like that.
Rewind that part.
Don't you think?
No, yes. You're in the people's house. Like, you don't fucking disrespect our president. We elected him.
If I can answer. So I have more serious things than answer on such questions. I will answer on more serious questions if I can. Yeah, so please. About security guarantees and about just ceasefire. We can't just speak about ceasefire and speak. It will not work. Just ceasefire will never work, because I'm like the president. I have this experience, and not
Trump's already getting kind of irritated.
Before my presidency, from the 2014, Putin broken 25 times.
25, I said 35.
25 times he broken his own signature. 25 times he broken ceasefire.
But he never broke to me. He never broke to me.
No, you were the president. You were the president during.
He never broke to me.
In 2016, you've been the president, Mr. President. You've been the president, but he.
Okay, let's stop it right there. That was bad, dude. That was bad.
He just tried to insult him right there.
Look at me. That was bad. Dude, that was a bad move, Mr. President. Sorry, you were president, bro. He never invaded Ukraine while President Trump was in office.
There was no invasion during 2016 to 2020.
Yeah, that was a bad move. That is why the reporter was like this, like, holy shit.
Like, oh, you fucked up. Like, oh, that's it. We just lost.
But he had, during those periods, he had conversations with our side. And we had Normandy format.
He's already getting pissed.
France, Germany, Ukraine, and Russia. And he broken 25 times.
Look at that.
That's why we will never accept just ceasefire. It will not work without security guarantees. Security guarantees, maybe President is right about this document and other, but this document is not enough. Strong army is enough. Because his soldiers afraid, Putin's soldiers afraid of our soldiers when we're strong enough. If we are not strong enough, if we are empty, if our storage is empty, we can't defend our land. Today, you know, he knows that we have, all the world knows that we have meeting, yes? Why he's using ballistic? Putin today using ballistic on our hospitals, schools, and etc. Ballistic. So he knows that we are here and that President Trump is really have goodwill to stop, and you hear now the president. So why he's using? So he doesn't want to stop. He doesn't want. But I hope that we will do it. Really, we'll do it. Security. When we speak about security guarantees, when the Europeans are ready for contingents, they need USA backstop.
Bro, Trump's showing some good like patience.
No, dude. He did, but after a while, he was like, "Okay, that's it. Like we're gonna do this."
Connection between the United States and the main and strongest ally and Europeans. And this is crucial. This is important. That's what we want to speak about very much. This is very important. And they are defense.
It's like, motherfucker, we've been watching this shit go down since that time. Like, we're not idiots.
We need it very much.
It's like he's giving everyone a history story.
Putin will never stop.
Or history lesson.
And we'll go further and further. He doesn't want. He hates us. You know? It's not about me. He hates Ukrainians. He thinks that we are not a nation. He thinks, and he shared these thoughts. I think maybe with your team also. I don't know. But with all the Europeans,
I don't know.
In media, official and not, he always said that there is no such country, such nation, such language, and such life like Ukrainian. No, he really doesn't respect all the Ukrainians. You are right, Mr. President. That's 2%. This document, maybe other documents, it's a very good start, very good, but it will not enough to stop this person.
Okay, so right there, you could tell Trump's already not so happy.
Oh yeah, he's losing his patience.
And Lindsey Graham and JD Vance, a couple of people. Lindsey Graham, fuck that guy, but still, even he was saying, he goes, I met with Trump before the meeting. Met with Trump this morning. Trump was giddy. He was happy. He was like, I'm settling this fucking thing today. So he was like on the, I'm taking care of this. It's happening. And I'm going to get the fucking credit because he wants to be a peacemaker. He said it.
Yeah.
Which, why the fuck is he so despised when he wants to keep the peace? Are you serious? Like, what president says that? They always say, like, we're going to attack them. We're going to do
We're going to attack them. Yeah, we're going to find all this stuff there.
Yeah, and every president wants to be a war hawk and act tough. But it's like, he acts tough, but he says it through, like, I'm going to be a diplomat. Which is what we need as a president. We need a diplomat, not somebody that just fucking wants to go in,
start bombing shit left and right.
Yeah, like you need a diplomat. Now, this is where he should have shut the fuck up already, because you could tell body language Trump's not happy. He should have already.
Yeah, because Trump wasn't even making eye contact anymore.
Yeah, he should have known, and Trump let him talk the whole time. He didn't interrupt him like, "Hey, Zelensky, let's talk about this." Yeah, and nobody said like, "Hey," and I think he knew I'm gonna fucking corner this guy. But the thing is, you're giving Putin the upper hand, and I think he knew, like, I'm gonna let him talk.
What's
and
crazy?
He's gonna sound like a fucking idiot.
It's like, I guarantee you, if the cameras, if they were to show some camera footage, I guarantee you, JD Vance, Mark Rubio, they all had eyes on Trump right now. They were just like waiting. They were just like looking at his vibes, like, okay,
bro, it's
okay,
bad.
when is he gonna do it? Like, you know,
Well,
he's pissed.
and he kept going. So we're gonna go through the rest of them, because I want to go through it, and then we're gonna show how it escalated to the point, the last 10 minutes that everybody saw. We're gonna go to the other turning point that I felt like where Trump was getting upset. So let's go ahead and start.
This is when the
yeah, because we're not gonna watch the whole thing just because it's a lot. It's 50 minutes. So let's go ahead and watch the turning points of how the conversation ended up the way it did.
The United States should not have allowed this to happen. okay? The United States, run by a man that didn't know.
But his whole demeanor is very aggressive and ugly, right? I mean, you're looking at him, he's just like picking up his eyebrows and all that. I could see Zelensky.
Yeah.
It's Trump's going in with a friendly attitude, and he's going in with just like he almost seems like a he reminds me of like the kid that doesn't want to be at school.
Zelensky was being an
like,
asshole,
like
dude.
he's just there and like fuck everything. I hate this shit. And it's like, why are you here?
I'm telling you, Zelensky came with like this fucking thing where he was like, I'm gonna show America that I can stand up to Trump. I'm like,
dude,
okay.
I actually came in thinking I'm gonna piss a lot of Trump supporters off, and then I watched the whole thing and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Watch. I'm going to be very nice. Run by an incompetent person. Very incompetent person.
I love that.
Bam.
This to happen. I've stopped wars. I've stopped many wars. My people will tell you, I stopped wars that nobody ever heard about. I stopped wars before they ever started.
Bam.
Look at some of, I could give you a lot of nations that would tell you right now they were probably going to war. I could tell you right now there's a nation thinking about going to war on something that nobody in this room has ever even heard about. Two smaller nations, but big, still big. And I think I've stopped it. But this should have never happened.
Sorry, just a second.
Just a second.
Any negotiations. First of all, I want really to tell you, and I think that everybody understands that Ukraine, modern Ukrainians, nobody wants to stop this war. But at the future, any negotiations, it's understandable that two sides of the war, not Russia and the United States, because this is not the war between Russia and the United States. This is war of Russia against Ukraine and Ukrainian people. So
and you're fucking losing.
And you're here because you need help.
Anyway, we'll be at the
You're here again begging for help.
negotiation table. Then, of course, United States, like the strongest partner of the Ukraine, and of course Europe. I think Europe is very important. I want to speak about it with the president. Yes, Europe is very important for us because we really defend Europe for today. All Europeans really recognize that we are defending line, and they have real life, and our people are dying. That's why they helped us. And also, it's about the NATO. Yes, between, like the president said, you have big, nice ocean. Yes, between us. But if we will not stay, Russia will go further to Baltics and to Poland, by the way. But first to the Baltics. It's understandable for them because they've been in the USSR. You know, they've been one of the republics of the USSR, and Putin wants to bring them back to his empire. It's a fact. And when he will go there, if we will not stay, you will fight. Your American soldiers. It doesn't matter, do you have the ocean or not? Your soldiers will fight.
Mr. President, would you be willing to visit Ukraine, maybe Kiev or...
Okay, so that right there, you can just tell Trump's not happy at all.
No.
And it's like, bro, you don't go into a negotiation talking about, oh, you're going to be involved anyways, no matter what you do.
It was like, no,
you're not winning anybody over with that kind of rhetoric.
What's crazy is like all Trump has to be like, all we have to do is pull out.
And you're done.
And we have an ocean between us, like you said.
We
good
said
luck,
it earlier.
and good luck. You know, like I know he said, but it was like
he said it earlier. He goes, "There's a big ocean between us. Why are we involved more than everybody else?" Which makes sense, right? Like, why are we involved more than anybody else? And Ukraine was never supposed to be part of NATO.
And we pay more than anyone else.
Yeah, and Ukraine was never supposed to be part of NATO, and that's what fucking one of the reasons that this whole shit was created. And yeah, I just think, like Trump said, he's overplaying his hand. He doesn't have a good hand.
That's what he says. You don't have any cards in this play right here. And they're like, yeah he doesn't. Yeah, exactly.
Like all we got to, if we were to pull out, good luck fucking having France and England right now, where they're arresting people for fucking saying, hey, you know what? We have too many Muslims raping with girls. And they're arresting people for saying fucking hate crimes and thought crimes. Hey, good luck with that, guys.
We're gonna arrest you for stating facts.
If anything good comes out of this, maybe fucking Europe will get some balls and go back to the old Europe and actually be, men instead of these fucking little pansies running around like the way they got it now. I'm not saying all Europeans are pansies, but the way that they're trying to like just make y'all sissify y'all at this moment.
I think Crowder's right about Europe.
Yeah, but it's what it is. Now this is another major. This is another major turning point that I saw, and let's go to this. That's Rubio talking for a little bit. The 39th minute.
Do you, and now I'm talking with my friends in Poland, and they are worried that you align yourself too much with Putin. What's your message for them?
First off, I don't think the Poles are even worried about that. The Poles have given a lot of money to NATO. The Poles are fucking, and he says it too. He goes, "Oh, we'll back up Poland." Like, of course we will.
Yeah.
Fucking Poland's gangster, bro. They don't give a fuck.
No.
They're like, yeah, we're down with y'all. Let's fight fascism and fucking communism and all that bullshit. You know.
Well, if I didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal.
Exactly.
You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, "Hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal?" That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world.
I gotta say, dude, when I saw that,
that was perfect.
When I heard that, I wanted to stop it at that point. Because when I heard that, I thought that was like a great line that he said. He goes, "I don't align myself with anybody. I align myself with my country, and I align myself with the good of the world." Like, that's the thing America is supposed to be, right? That fucking shining fucking beacon on the hill, right? That shining hope, that hope of freedom. We're supposed to be the beacon on the hill. We're supposed to be that fucking freedom. We're supposed to give hope to societies, right? We're supposed to do that. When we come in, you're supposed to be happy, like we're getting liberated. We're not getting fucking overtaken. And I know America's done some stupid shit. Yeah, we all get that. But I mean, when you're talking about historically, since America, right? Like, look at all the things we've done, especially with like after World War II. We could have taken over all those countries if we wanted to, like the way USSR did. They took over the Eastern Bloc, the Iron Curtain. Like, they had that whole area, and they're like, "You're gonna do what the fuck we say." We didn't do that. We gave them their freedoms. And look at what we did to Japan. We made that a thriving society. Look at what we did to South Korea, thriving society. Look at what we did to West Germany, thriving society. Look at what we did to fucking France, Spain, all that with the Marshall Plan, the Truman Act, the Truman Doctrine, all that shit. We fucking helped all these Western countries and democracies fucking succeed. Gave them that funds, gave them the everything that they needed. I mean, we even did the airlift in West Germany when the Eastern Bloc fucking blocked them. We did all these things to help people, and they, like, what did the USSR do with their fucking power? They just oppressed people. They literally just oppressed people. So to say America's not a beacon of hope is really stupid, bro. I think it's really childish, and you don't really understand like how we could have just said, "You know what? You fucking belong to us," and that's it. Like, we could have really just went that route if we wanted to.
Imagine how
who's going to tell us anything?
Oh, we own most of the world.
Who's going to tell us anything? Just like USSR and the Eastern Bloc of Europe and fucking in North Korea and all that. Who's going to tell them anything? In North Vietnam, like, you know, they fucking said, we're going to implement our style of government, which is communism, and you're going to just abide by what we do. Stalin was ruling with an iron fist. Nobody gave a fuck. So I forgot where I was going with that conversation.
It's all right. It was beautiful. I'm moved.
I forgot where I was going with that. Oh,
you went like deep in there. I was like, damn. Let's go back a little bit. 10 seconds right there.
That way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world.
Yeah. So I think America is a good for the world. I think we give a lot to people to pick themselves up out of poverty and create these democracies and these thriving societies. And I think that's what America provides to the world. Now, you got to understand, if we have China take over the world, how's that going to look? And if you really think you're oppressed by America, just wait till China takes over, motherfucker.
What do they have?
And see how that goes.
So like, doesn't China have that social credit score where, like,
yes,
the better you do in society or for the government, like the more status you have, or the more you can do,
you get more freedoms.
Yes.
And if you talk ill of the party, they will box you in. So if you have a low social score, like the way it is in that fucking Black Mirror, I don't know if you ever saw that Black Mirror episode. It's just like that. Everybody has a social score. So what happens is they could block you into where you cannot get on a train. You cannot get to certain areas. You're basically caged in your apartment complex where you can't do anything because they basically, you jaywalk, it takes a picture of your face, it'll like go to your social credit score, it goes down, and if you talk ill about the fucking Communist Party, you're fucked. And like China, you know, in China, you can't just move. Like, I'm gonna move from San Antonio to Austin or San Antonio to California or like wherever that may be. LA, right? You have to get permission from the government, and only way to get permission from the government is to be in the military or some kind of. You have to have a reason, right? So you can't just move around freely as you want.
So basically, like China's asshole.
China asshole. Don't trust China. China's asshole. It's basically that.
All right, let's get back to the video.
All right, so
I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand
That's
that.
when he
but
gets going off right
I
there.
can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
you can tell when he's saying one more question. You can tell he's kind of upset.
I love this part of JD Vance.
I will respond to this. So look,
this is where it
for
all
4 years
goes
in the
down.
America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
This is where he fucks up.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So
I gotta respect that nice head of hair right there. You look at that? It's pretty nice.
Man, that's all nicely greased.
I know. that's the best Flores right there.
Yeah, that's the best Flores. That's a little 3 roses.
Woo!
You can smell it through the TV.
You can smell it through the TV. Oh,
baby,
you see Joe Biden? Oh, it's not a little girl. Never mind.
I smells like my dad right there. Because my fucking grandpa used to work that aqua velva stuff.
All right.
During a lot of years, I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people, you know?
Who was in charge then?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same.
Here.
People have been dying on the contact line.
No,
Nobody
not on my
stopped
watch.
him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of
You were
them
never
told
attacked.
me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it.
Yeah, Trump's
What
holding
kind
his
of
tongue.
diplomacy?
Oh, yeah.
JD,
That's only for so long.
What do you mean?
I think
Talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but he,
Yeah.
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring it into
forcing
this
conscript, Chris. There's your word.
There it is.
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched.
Don't try to
and
punk
seen
out the
the
Yeah.
stories, and I know what
Okay,
happens.
lesson number 1, people. Don't try to punk out the people helping you.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Go back real quick. I want to hear. Oh, that pissed me. That pissed me off, dude. When I heard that shit.
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have man.
Trump's looking at him. Did you see it a little while ago? He's looking at him like, yeah, that's my man right there. That's my boy.
That's my running mate right there.
He's talking
That's my
that.
vice.
He's talking that big.
That's my
dick.
vice right there.
He has that big dick voice over there.
power problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
I have subscribed to the OnlyFans, and I know.
And seen the stories, and I know.
I follow
what
a few in
happens
OS.
is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your?
Okay, that's where shit gets a turn for the worse, right there. Because he is being very aggressive in his rhetoric.
Well, one, he's being aggressive. He's being rude.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's being very aggressive with his rhetoric. And JD Vance is like, no, you're not going to fucking punk me in my house. Or not his house. But
In the people's house.
You're not going to punk me in my boss's house, bro. Like,
People's house.
I know, but still, it's my boss.
Yeah.
It's my boss. The boss. How did Trump say it the other time?
He goes,
He's like, the boss.
he goes, guess what? You're gonna piss me off real quick, but you're not gonna want to piss this guy off.
Look at him. Look at him. He's just like
he's got the power symbol right there. Like
he has to grab him by the pussy right there. Look at that. That's that grab him by the pussy symbol right there. That's that fucking bat signal. Like, dude, I'm about to grab that badge.
You know, Marco Rubio right there is like sweating bullets right now, and you know they got fucking Air Force One ready to take off.
I think
they're ready for all.
I think Marco Rubio's like, I ain't saying shit.
He's all like,
dude, if it was me in that meeting and power, I would be like, I'd be like Homer Simpson in the bushes. It's like.
He's all trying. Oh shit! What the fuck did I get myself into?
Dude, can you imagine the media space right now? They're just like this.
Oh, they're like.
They're like, let me ask another fucking.
Keep going.
Question. It's all, hey, Trump, you're gonna let him punk you like that, bitch?
Don't be a pussy.
I know, right? Hit his ass, Trump.
Hey, he called you a bitch.
Hey, JD, he's calling you a little bitch.
Dude, with JD, man, dude, he goes out on this one. Good.
Military, and do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all,
he's probably thinking right there, you little motherfucker, you
dude,
ungrateful.
If you go back 10 seconds right there, the moment he asked that question.
To come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country.
That's the way I look at my kid when he tells me no. I'm like,
you fucked up when you get that ice that. Boom.
I look at my son like that when he tells me no. I'm like, who the fuck did you tell me? Hold on, did you tell me no? I'm about to get CPS in this bitch because I'm a fucking racket.
Right there, that's a Terminator fucking theme.
a lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future.
God bless. You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
Trump already had enough at that point, yeah.
Yep. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting?
No. Okay, when I saw that, right, I was just like, what is going on? And I'm gonna be honest, maybe just because I'm not used to seeing that. I mean, in our lifetime,
you never see,
like it's always like behind closed doors.
Even when Biden went to go, remember when he went to Russia to go talk to Putin? They went behind closed doors.
Wait, that was
it's always been secretive. They keep these negotiations private.
Am I the only one that likes that? I like that. I don't like to see this.
No, I agree.
I don't like to see this at all.
There should have been a publicity thing where they welcome each other. They have kind questions to each other. They welcome each other. Give the media their fucking bullshit questions, and then they move to the Oval Office.
Yeah, it's just
then Trump pulls his wiener out and be. Here's what it is, buddy.
It's weird. No, but I like. I don't know if you remember. I mean, if you saw when he had the British what was it? The
prime minister.
When he had the British prime minister, and he was all like,
"Can you take on Russia without America?"
No, but I like when he told him. He goes, "That's a lovely accent. If I had that accent, I would have been president 20 years ago." And he's very friendly if you just act friendly to him. And that's the thing. I mean, you should know how to deal. Like, you should have done your homework on how to deal with Trump. Even I know how to deal with Trump, and I'm not a politician. I know if I'm going to go to Trump and ask him for something, I'm going to have to stroke his ego a bit. Hey, Trump, thank you, bro. I think everything's great. I think what you're doing is great. I need this for this certain project, and I think it'll be good for America, and I think it'll be good for you. You know, this is all like blah, 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 blah. Give him that. That's what he needs. And he'll be like, oh, yeah. And then it's roll you out in front of the camera, and you say exactly what you just told me. Yeah. You know?
Remember to say, repeat it now.
Yes.
Action. Shit.
And that's what he is. And for better or for worse, that's who he is. I'm sorry. Like, if you can't handle that, I mean, everybody, even Obama, fucking, they're all narcissistic fucking people, man. Like, I'm sorry. If you think the president's narcissistic, it's all popularity contest. What do you think? You don't think the fucking star cheerleader, the hottest chick in the school is a narcissistic bitch? Or the hottest dude in the school is an asshole, like a narcissistic? Like, that's the way it is. Like, it is. And then I'm not comparing them to the hottest chick or hottest dude, because they're usually, I mean, look. But the thing is, it's like, yeah, stroke his ego, learn how to deal with them. And if I was his coach, I'd be like, what the fuck did you do, dude? Like, what are you doing? I would have probably stopped it and be like, hey guys, you know, we're gonna go take questions later. If I was in Zelensky's camp, like, I'm sure he has assistants there.
Oh, they were bitches, man. They were.
I would have stopped it. I would have said, "Hey, Zelensky, we're gonna go ahead and talk about this behind closed doors. Thank you, President Trump. Let's go ahead and do this." I would have fucking interrupted bad, dude. I would have been like, "Dude, we're headed for a downfall."
Dude, if I ever go for president and win, John, you're gonna be the one guy who's gonna be doing all that shit.
Oh yeah, I would be the fucking like Chris. We're fucking. You're plummeting. You're plummeting. Get the fuck out.
What do you mean I'm plummeting? What do you mean?
But I and like I said, I'll say this over and over again. I think this should have been behind closed doors. I don't like the emasculating of him.
I don't think
in public.
I don't think there's any emasculating going on here. It's just Trump standing up for fucking America.
But he did it to himself. And no, I will say that. Zelensky.
No, yeah. I agree with Trump, because you're not going to come into that fucking White House of the people's White House, and be a fucking asshole and interrupt rudely and start saying, "Oh, well, y'all fucked up back in this day," when you're in the nowadays president. That has nothing to fucking do.
You can
with
do that if you stand on some power, but
he has nothing power.
Yeah. Let's finish it. This is the part everybody.
This entire meeting, you said thank you. You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some.
But even that, I honestly don't think that's relevant. I'm gonna be honest.
Who's trying to save your?
He doesn't know who's gonna win the president. You know?
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning.
Okay, if you know you're in trouble, shut up.
You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You haven't been alone.
In this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and your men are brave, but they had to use our military.
I guess we could say
Zelensky just fucked everything
No,
up, dude.
Zelensky did, but can we just say like both of them were acting out of line?
No.
Yes, because Trump should have. You're the president, bro. Like,
okay,
the public doesn't need to see this. I'm sorry, bro. I'm just not in the. I'm not in the state of mind to want to see world leaders bicker. Maybe I'm wrong, dude. I just maybe
here's the thing. I just thought of something right now. So if it would have been cordial, like, hey, you know what, let's take this in the White House.
I would have liked
this is a very good moment. This is what goes on in the Oval Office right here.
I understand.
So maybe this is something for the people to see.
I get that, but I don't think things like that are.
This is showing our president bam, Stalin, like bam. He's gonna show you right now.
If you have a company, right, and it's you and another company trying to take you over, just do whatever it is, right? You're not gonna have that meeting with all your employees in the room, are you?
Sometimes.
Why would you do that? I wouldn't. I would just be like, it's gonna be me and you. We're gonna hash it out. We're gonna have a shot or two, and we're gonna talk shit until we fucking hash this out.
I think right now, it's just I don't think it was never meant to go this way.
No, it was not meant to go this
No.
way. And I thought it was when I only saw the clip.
And that's why
that's why I was a little upset.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the whole thing, I was like, okay, this just went fucking south quick because of the whole situation. And Zelensky, he should just shut up.
I think Trump used this for his benefit to show people who Zelensky is.
No, that's exactly what he did.
So it played for both cards on Trump's side.
I'm gonna.
Trump showed one side. You know what? I'm gonna be cordial. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna listen to it. The moment he started passing bullshit, Trump showed the other card. I'm gonna show you who Zelensky is. Now I'm gonna push his buttons. Now he pushed my buttons. I'm gonna push his buttons.
No, I totally agree with that, and I think I'm just not used to seeing it, and I don't think anybody is, and that's why people are like, this is uncomfortable. It's like watching mom and dad fucking argue. You know, you're just like, oh.
No. So it's like for y'all watching, I hope y'all understand what's going on. Two buttons have been pressed. One been pressed the right way or wrong way, and the other one's pressed the right way. Because Trump is now showing you who Zelensky really is. This is why he doesn't have elections in fucking Ukraine. Because as long as he stays president in wartime, he will never have to get an election.
I was reading about that, and I thought the same thing, but it'd be almost impossible to have elections because most of his fucking men are out there fighting, so it's kind of hard. So
They won't have to be fighting if Trump does that. But that's why I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I mean, but the thing is, okay, so the thing is, I see the error of myself where I'm like, Trump was not wrong in what he did, but I also just don't want to see that point. I don't want to see that. Like, I want to see it if I'm in there because I would love to see it, right? But I don't think the public should see it because the public sees. I don't know what I'm thinking, bro. It's a hard.
Here's what's crazy.
But I think it's more also that the Europeans have propped him up so much, and Biden administration propped him up so much where he's believing his own shit at this point, and he's seeing it.
Because he came out here parading in our fucking halls of Congress.
I just wish. I honestly just wish it was behind closed doors. Other than that, I don't see nothing Trump said was wrong.
Now that I'm here, I'm glad this happened.
Yes, if you didn't have our military equipment, military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course.
Maybe less.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Again,
I tell you.
just say thank you.
I said it a lot of times.
To
American people.
Accept that there are disagreements,
He's
and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very important. That's why I kept.
I love that part, JD Vance. I understand, sir.
You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying.
This is a New York
low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war. But
Well, it doesn't sound like this.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a
I want a
motherfucker.
ceasefire
Guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
is
with me.
changed. It
That was with
wasn't with
a
you.
guy named Biden who was not a smart person. That
This
was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I
Bam.
gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins.
He's like, that's what people say. I don't say that, but
I don't say that. That's what people say. I don't say that.
You got to be more thankful.
Look at his
Let me
whole
tell you, you
posture,
don't have
though.
the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
Okay, that little section, I'm not gonna lie, he looks like one of those what is it? Those teen angst. No, he looks like the teenagers. You know, when you tell them something, they're just like, man, I give a fuck.
Whatever. Say what you gotta say, man.
Whatever, old head.
Just give me my allowance.
It's going to be a tough deal to make because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks?
Why are we talking about that right now? Let's talk about peace, and then we'll talk about that later.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through
Did you see his face?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude,
He's a piece of shit, bro.
Hold on.
Drops on your head right now. Okay? What have they broken? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin.
I think
he's like, yeah, that's true.
No, I think he's just like whatever.
No, that was more like, yeah, he's true.
I know, man. But
because
I feel like,
under the Trump administration in 2016 to 20.
Oh yeah, they didn't
do shit.
But I think honestly, he's getting just bad intel from the Europeans. Like Europeans are probably saying, "Hey, don't fuck him." You know, like he's a terrible person. He's a Putin fucking asset and all this kind of thing. He's getting bad intel. But the thing is, now you're playing with your whole country. Like you've been playing with your country people's lives. But I mean, he was getting fucking funded and all that. But now he's really playing with their lives. And I think a lot of people in Ukraine, one of the guys was already putting in impeachment fucking stuff to impeach his ass because everybody's pissed.
They should.
Yeah, they're probably like, bitch, let's stop this war.
They said he's at a 4%.
Oh, dude.
Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia.
I don't think he should have talked about that.
Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton.
Even he's tired of hearing it. He's like, man,
it was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by
I think he's
Russia.
already beyond the point of calming down.
51 agents.
No, he's already.
The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused
You
of
know
all
right
that
now,
stuff.
J.D. Vance and Mark Rubio are just
All I
like.
can say is this.
Let him-
He might have
let him go
broken
on.
deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if he can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And
tough guy.
I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is
Look at this part. I saw this part. Look at the end. Look at Zelensky. He does like this hand signal. Look. J.D. Vance is like, that's my boy, right? That's my homie.
Look at him smiling.
Look at right here. Look at Zelensky.
We'll see. I don't know.
Dude, Trump's pissed. Look right here. Look, check it out. Look at that. Like, bro, what are you doing? Look at JD's like, calm down, big dog. Calm down, big dog. Bro, he's like he just fucking killed it. Like, bro, you fucking.
He's all like.
It's like a Mentos commercial. Mentos better.
He's all like.
Was it well alive? Mentos. The fucking deal.
You got bent over a barrel and got fucking raw dog, dude.
That was not a thumbs up moment. That was like the slow cap guy on It's Not Another Teen Movie where he never has the right. Oh. Like, bro,
there's a girl about to board a plane.
Dude, like, you are not in the moment. Dude, okay, it was so bad. I saw this and I couldn't believe it because I fucking still hate this guy. He's a scumbag and he's always going to be a scumbag. He's a war hawk piece of shit. And I will never respect him. But this is what he had to say. And I fucking saw this and I was floored because this guy was the biggest.
Floored, you say?
Floored. Because he was the biggest Zelensky supporter. So let's check it out.
Oh, him.
Yes.
What I think?
What I think?
Complete, utter disaster. I've been to Ukraine 8 or 9 times since the war started. I understand the consequences.
Yeah, he's been bootlicking this whole time.
He's been on the bear side.
Against Ukraine.
And look what he says.
What the Ukrainian people have done. They fought like tigers. At the end of the day, I was hoping that this minerals deal, which would be transformative in the relationship, would go over well. I talked to Zelensky this morning. Don't take the bait. President Trump was in a very good mood last night. Somebody asked me, am I embarrassed about Trump? I have never been more proud of the president. I was very proud of J.D. Vance standing up for our country. We want to be helpful. What I saw in the Oval Office was disrespectful.
Look at that black guy. He's all, oh man, kill the white man.
I don't know if we can ever do business with Zelensky again.
Damn.
I think most Americans saw a guy that they would not want to go in business with. The way he handled the meeting, the way he confronted the president was just over the top.
Dude, it's crazy to see Lindsey Graham say that.
Wait, are you disagreeing with him?
No.
Oh, I thought you were disagreeing with him.
Lindsey Graham is a scumbag that's been fucking. Oh, he's a war hawk piece of shit that's been all over Zelensky to keep going on this.
Oh, I thought you came in here saying that you were like against him right now.
No. I like what he's saying, but he's a piece of shit, and he's probably saying it for all the wrong reasons because he's a scumbag. He goes wherever the wind blows.
John, people can change.
No. Okay, Lindsey Graham.
If you were pants, if you were pants.
Lindsey Graham was a fucking pussy his whole career, and then Trump got in office 2016 to 2020. He became like a little bit of a badass. Right after Trump left, 2020 to 2024, became a pussy again. And I'm talking like war hog piece of shit, like fucking we need to fund Ukraine until the end of time, like that kind of fucking. It was I banged my sister accent, and now he's coming back around because he knows big.
So
big
which one
dicks.
do you want? You want him now?
No, I want him out.
Well, he's not out. So which one do you want?
No, I agree.
I'm just fucking.
I agree with him, but he's a scumbag, and I don't trust him as far as I could throw him. But it's crazy.
Talk more about that sister fucking accent.
The thing that's crazy is that he's saying this. So when Lindsey Graham, the war hawk, is saying this about you, you fucking botched the fuck. I mean, you Pam Bondi, the Epstein file botched.
Don't you ever talk about my AG.
America is important, really important. But can Zelensky do a deal with the United States? After what I saw, I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
She.
Look at that black guy. He's on 2 questions, motherfucker.
Hey, motherfucker, 2 questions.
Shut your white ass up, bitch.
Hey, you bitch. Over here. You dick. Damn, look at him. He's looking.
He's all after this drunk white bitch for everybody.
He wants that promotion. Look at those fucking eyes right there. Don't be fucking looking at me, motherfucker.
Gangster, bro. Okay, let's hear Lindsey.
The war ends. This is a process. You have a new relationship with America, a $500 billion, $500 billion deal that President Trump is proud of, that gives us an interest worth defending. Let's talk about the positive. But he was terrible at Munich, Zelensky, and I think he has made it almost impossible to sell to the American people that he's a good investment.
That's crazy, bro. Like, it's crazy to see Lindsey Graham say that about him. Dude, how fast Lindsey Graham turned on him is wild to me.
To resign and send somebody over that we can do business with, or he needs to change.
Whose phone is that?
I think it's a.
Oh. Oh, it's that stupid fucking bitch right there.
All right, just seeing that right there is pretty insane, man. How just so much support has just died on him, man. He died on that hill today. He died on that hill. I really don't know what to say other than like I already said everything I have to say, but
you don't come to this country and start bashing America, and you don't bash the president.
That was bad optics on a lot of things, but that was really bad on him, man. He did some. I mean, that was just terrible. I want to end on this. So this is one of the guys. He's in prison right now for supposedly corruption and all that. But he claims innocence. So who knows? I don't know him much, but I know that he is pro-Trump and pro-peace. They try to say that he was like a Russian spy and stuff like that. So who knows, like, all the truth? I need to do more research on him, so I'm not gonna pretend I know every little thing about him. Okay. But let's go ahead and see what he has to say after the Zelensky debacle today, the botched deal that didn't go the way it was supposed to plan.
Do it.
And I am a member of the Parliament of Ukraine. However, for the past 15 months, I have been unlawfully imprisoned on fabricated charges. My alleged crime was exposing corruption involving the Biden family. I was the first one who exposed this information in 2019, and I was labeled Russian agent for that. Today, hundreds of people in Ukraine are incarcerated not for any legitimate offense, but solely for their political beliefs. Their own.
Fuck, I have an itch now. I'm gonna fucking scratch on. God damn. You swine. Itchy. Okay.
only guilt lies in speaking the truth, opposing Zelensky's administration, and calling for an end to the war. These individuals are subjected to arbitrary arrests, torture, and politically motivated charges of treason, with judicial proceedings predetermined to serve political interests. Under Zelensky's leadership, Ukraine has dismantled independent courts, weaponized law enforcement institutions, and eliminated fundamental democratic processes. There are no free elections, no independent media, and no right to a fair legal defense.
We funded 90% of fucking Ukrainian media. Stupid.
Instead, a climate of fear and repression prevails. Furthermore, during Zelensky's tenure, secret detention facilities operated by the Security Service of Ukraine, SBU, have emerged. These sites have been used for the illegal detention, coercion, and torture of individuals to extract forced confessions. The United Nations has documented the existence of at least one such illegal prison in Kiev.
Maybe he just got too big for his. Maybe he got too big for his britches.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, like
that's a fucking incredible story. Like,
no, but I don't know. I have to do more research on it. So I don't want to believe everything this guy says just because I feel like he's saying things I want to hear. So I'm gonna have to do more research on this guy. That's gonna be my homework for the weekend.
Right in the headquarters of SBU, where since March 2022, approximately 300 individuals, including U.S. citizens, have been held. Among them was American journalist Gonzalo Lira, who was unlawfully detained by SBU officers, held under inhumane conditions, and later died in December 2023, following beatings and extortion while imprisoned in the Kharkiv detention center.
A lot of people have fucking talked about that, dude. That's a fucked up story. We'll talk about that another day. But yeah.
I have personally been subjected to physical assaults and torture on 2 occasions in prison in an attempt to coerce me into falsely confessing to alleged connections with Russian intelligence and to admitting that my 2019 expose of the corruption of the Biden family were part of a Russian intelligence operation. The true objective was to fabricate a false narrative linking your campaign, Mr. Trump, to Russia. In an effort to conceal the origins of this operation, these allegations were deliberately manufactured in Ukraine.
Now that's how you talk to Mr. Trump.
That's exactly how you do it.
I know it sounds kind of shitty, but I mean, he's checking all the fucking boxes. I mean,
intended to justify the failed 51 intelligence officials' letter and extend this false narrative into 2024, Ukraine has effectively been transformed into an instrument of political repression and external interference. President Zelensky and his administration act in the interests of globalist elites, Soros-affiliated NGOs, and USAID-funded NGOs and media, systematically dismantling democracy in Ukraine and suppressing political dissent. Nevertheless, I remain steadfast in my commitment to justice and democracy. Despite my imprisonment, I have filed a lawsuit with the Supreme Court of Ukraine, demanding the restoration of constitutional order through the scheduling of presidential elections. As a Ukrainian citizen, I have also officially declared my candidacy for the presidency. I am prepared to run as a candidate from the Party of Peace and fully support your vision for ending the war. Ukraine urgently requires a pathway to peace. Mr. Trump, I appeal to you as a leader who has consistently defended the principles of democracy and justice. I am providing a list of political prisoners, though this is only a fraction of those who have been unlawfully detained. I respectfully urge you to take all necessary measures to secure the release of these individuals, as well as all other victims of political persecution. Their plight represents a critical test of the principles of freedom and human rights. They should be free.
Ooh, shit. This just came in my head and I just want to play it.
Oh, the times they are a-changing.
That times are a-changing. I don't know why. It just popped in my head. I watched the movie the other day. When I was a kid, bro.
Was it good?
Oh, dude. Okay. When I was a kid, man, I used to love Bob Dylan. I loved him. And some people always ask me too, like, what, did your parents listen to him? Like, no, I don't know. I heard him on a movie one time because you know, I was thinking about this the other day. You know, like back in the day, we used to know all the 60s and 70s movies because our parents grew up in that time.
Yeah.
So the kids now don't know none of that because it's beyond their like scope, right? Like, you know, even though I knew my grandparents' music. You know, I don't know, but the kids don't. They only listen to whatever. I heard his music on a movie one time, and I thought, wow, that's a badass song, right? And then I just fell in love, and like a Rolling Stone, you get all the other jams, fucking Hurricane. It might have been the Hurricane movie too. I remember when I was younger.
Hurricane movie.
The Hurricane's about like that boxer that gets wrongly accused of a murder, and goes to prison for a long time, and he did a song about him.
No.
And anyways, been in love with him ever since the new movie came out. It was fucking epic. And the actor that played him, you just assume when you think of actor, right? You think of an asshole, like, oh, it's just a fucking pretentious douchebag, you know, like Hollywood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this dude came out, Theo Von, and he was one of the coolest. It's the dude that does the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the new one, the newest Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, that guy?
No, dude, he is a cool fucking dude. Watch his podcast with Theo Von. Cool ass dude. Like, I'm talking like he's just a normal guy, and he's not pretentious. He's not an asshole. He's not like I'm this big actor, dude. He's a huge actor. He comes out in major. He's a dude.
He's on Dune.
Yes, that guy. Cool motherfucker. Okay, watch him on Theo Von's podcast. I promise you're gonna be like, dude, this dude's a badass. He's a cool dude. And
I didn't know he played Bob Dylan.
Yeah, so he's all, I was fanboying, and he was talking, because Bob Dylan's still alive, right? But he didn't even get to talk to him. And it's a cool podcast. If you have time, go watch that podcast with that guy, actor. I forget his name. What's his name? Do you know his name?
No. God damn it. I just saw a a podcast with Megan Kelly on that one, I think.
Well, whatever his name is, I was very impressed on how humble and how normal of a guy he is for being such a megastar. I swear to God, like most megastars, like, yeah, we're on the front lines talking about all the things people won't even speak. Those fucking pretentious fucking assholes. Yeah, where were you talking about trans rights and shut the dude was a cool ass dude. He's even talking shit about himself. He's like, yeah, man. And Theo Von kind of, I think at one point even says, he goes, man, you're easier to talk to than I thought. He goes, oh yeah, I don't give a shit. He's just like a cool dude. Like, I don't know how to. I probably fucking.
So you got a man crush right now?
I do, bro. I like him now. I started following him after that, and I was like, dude, this dude's actually down to earth kind of guy. Like, he's the kind of guy, I swear to God, right now, if you were to bring him in here, have a shot with him, drink with him, he would be like a normal dude. Like, that's the kind of guy he came off on the podcast. And that's the one thing I love about podcasts, because you can see people's real, like, how they behave in the fucking wild, right? Like, how they are for real.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. And it's like, you see some people on the podcast and you're like, that dude's an intellectual. I know. Like, you can just tell. And that dude's a cool dude. That dude's kind of crazy.
Here's a question. If on top of your head, just like anyone in the world, doesn't have to be famous or just doesn't have to be an idol or anything, who would you want on the podcast on like you're on? If you could have one person right now to interview, and just have a normal conversation, who would you have
right now?
Or just no, not right now. Just
no. I mean, that's hard because there's so many people. But right now, I would say, I would love to talk to any World War II veteran that's still alive. Somebody that went to Iwo Jima, or even D-Day in Normandy, or just fucking Okinawa. I would love to just have a conversation with an old ass man drinking a beer, hearing his stories about fucking storming the beaches of Normandy. But there's not many.
Not I'm saying like a nowadays, but like someone who survived
someone
Iwo Jima.
Someone that could tell me about like storming the beaches of Normandy, what they saw and all that. I would put them above any other celebrity.
Oh, dude, Sean Ryan. Did you see the one shot? The one.
I know.
Sean
I hate. There's a lot of people that do these things, and I wish I had that star power.
So Sean. Well, good thing you said that, because so if you like that, Sean Ryan did one. He
does great ones.
He did one with someone who he was one of those fire guys with the pyro who shot the flames inside the thing.
You know who I would have loved to interview, but he's no longer alive? Roy Benavides.
I don't know who that is.
Roy Benavides is. You should know who he is.
That's you told me about him. The sniper.
That's another dude. No, Roy Benavides is a Mexican American from this little town in Texas. He got the Medal of Honor. When he was 19, he went to Vietnam.
Yes, that one. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He stepped on like a landmine or something like that. He got fucked up.
Different story. Never mind.
So they told him he'll never walk again. So what he used to do is he used to get the bed near the wall, and he would go down, crawl in his chin and his elbows, and crawl and move his legs right, left, and over to the point where he could stand up. And he walked out. Not only did he walk out, he went back to the war in Vietnam. And one of the things where he was on a plane, I mean, he was on a helicopter. It crashed. Then he got in other helicopter. That helicopter, the pilot of the helicopter got shot in the head. That one crashed. He fucking went. He got out. He got all the people out of the fire. Fucking gave him morphine. Retaliated with the fucking return fire. called airstrikes, got classified documents, did all this shit, dude, by himself. On top of that, he got shot in the face, he got shot in the stomach, the thigh, and then he had shrapnel from grenades on his back. And then he got bayoneted by a fucking North Vietnamese, took the bayonet out, got his knife, stabbed him to death, killed another dude with a rock. On top of it sounds like a Rambo movie. He got the Medal of Honor from Ronald Reagan. He's a badass. There's a school.
Just one?
Yeah, or he could only get one.
Well, fuck, he should have got a lot more than that.
After that, he continued to fight through the other soldiers on the incoming fucking helicopter. Threw him in there. He held his guts in his hand because it was leaking. Held his guts in his hand. Fucking got himself on the helicopter. They pronounced him dead. They were zipping up his fucking body bag. When they zipped up his body bag, he was so like done. Like he couldn't move, he couldn't talk, he couldn't do nothing. So the only thing he could do was spit, and he spit in the doctor's face. The doctor's like, "What the fuck? He's alive." So the doctor unzipped like the bottom part, took him out, and he survived. He survived up to like 92. Bad motherfucker. Reagan was quoted saying that when I think it was like his life story is better than an action movie. And I don't know why there's not a movie made out of this man. There should be. I want to call for this. Hollywood, make a fucking movie of Roy Benavidez, one of the greatest men to ever live.
Hollywood's too woke.
And he's Mexican.
Mel Gibson, make a movie out of this.
Yeah. So on top of that,
Angel Studios, Mark Wahlberg.
He dropped out of school in middle school to help feed his family and all that. So he was uneducated small town boy.
Damn, this poor guy.
Badass, bro. Badass. I mean, I'm talking like fucking gangster.
So
if I could interview anybody, no, I mean not gangster in a gangster way. But
No. That's like a title you're giving him.
So
like,
even like,
damn, like he went through fucking hell.
Every time I
survived, went back, survived, went back, survived, went back, survived. I'm like, stop.
But like, I used to have an uncle, and he fucking went. I think it was 3 tours in Vietnam, and he had like his finger was fucked up. And he had like this little ball of skin, and he got shot in the ass. Like he had a little bullet, and he would show us like, "Hey," when he get drunk,
$1 million wound.
And my dad told me, I was like, "Why did he do 3 tours?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, the first tour he went, he got shot, came home, and then he volunteered again, and we kept telling him why he keep going back. It was my dad's uncle, so he was my second uncle, and he goes, yeah, he just kept wanting to go back.
Some people just do it to bring.
And he would get drunk and tell us stories about Vietnam, bro. And they were like, shit, kids shouldn't hear. He would tell us like shit. Yeah. He would tell us shit like fucking like these crazy things. I ain't gonna say because I don't want to tarnish his name. But he used to say some shit, and I'd be like, oh.
Did you ever research what happened in Vietnam? I didn't know how crazy the Vietnams like dug tunnels to kill people.
Yeah, they were like it was like World War II in Japan. I mean, it was the same thing.
Dude, flooded.
Japan was the same way.
Flooded. It was those spikes and like.
But it wasn't only that. I mean, I thought you were talking about the horrible atrocities that we committed.
No.
And also they committed too.
Well, they can like the way we were all killing. I don't know, man.
We committed some horrible atrocities in Vietnam. They did too.
It was war.
Agent Orange.
War's war, yeah.
Agent Orange was a thing during Vietnam,
napalm,
which was napalm, and which is like once that it burns at 3,000 degrees, stays on your skin, it doesn't go away.
It doesn't go off, yeah.
And also even if you're near it, you could just
even
suffocate,
if you're water,
from the oxygen. And
just fire. The moment you get that heat into your lungs, it burns your lungs. You can't breathe. You're dead.
Yeah. And it's also like the Agent Orange was the worst. I mean, because it's a jungle. I mean, Vietnam's a jungle, so what we did was like, all right, we'll just deforest this motherfucker with Agent Orange, and it seeped in the fucking water system, it seeped in the ground, and they had deformed babies for generations, and then it was a shit show. It was fun. It was a good time. I love Vietnam, bro. I fucking researched it and did all kinds of shit. I that's my shit. Vietnam, Korea, World War II. One of the things I would love to do is I want to interview somebody from Vietnam. I want to interview somebody from the Korean War. Korean War is already getting old. So I don't know. World War II, there's not that many people left. I would love, like, if it was up to me, bro, like one of my top interviews.
Dude, you could find someone from Iwo Jima who's like a specialist who like studies.
Yeah, I would love
research.
to, but I just don't have that star power. And one of the best things I think I could do is like interview somebody that was in Auschwitz or something. Like, dude, can you imagine?
Oh,
that would be
no. So
how epic would that be?
I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna reach out.
I would love to interview, like, just tell me, like, what you saw, what'd you do, how did it feel? I mean, Auschwitz and just the whole German.
What's her name?
occupation.
She was on Joe Rogan. She was on a few small humble podcasts, but she's like the #1 author for like Auschwitz, Nazis, bro. Like
I would. Okay,
God
so
damn it, I can't remember her name because I watched all. I
honestly,
watched all her shit.
honestly, I would love to interview like big names like Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, all these kind of things. But I would love, I like if anything ever happened, I would love to interview just the little people like that went through all the shit, right? Like, hey, Vietnamese that fucking survived the communist takeover of Saigon and all that. Like,
Yeah,
hey man, what the fuck happened? Like, what did you see? And like, what happened? Like, dude, that's the shit that interests me, right? That talking about all the things that happened to him.
Yeah.
That's the kind of things I love. That's the shit that interests me. That's why I love history, and that's why I love everything about it.
Y'all always have a platform with us. Give us your stories. We just love hearing everything they'll have to say.
Anyways, had a good night. I appreciate everybody that will look at this. Please, me and Chris and David's actually built us a studio. We're gonna be in, and we're gonna have our own bar, our own neon sign. We're moving on up a little bit. We appreciate any support. Follow us on Rumble. Follow us on YouTube. Also, just let us know anything that you like to see, anything that you like to hear, and just keep following us and supporting. We appreciate y'all's support. So y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good night.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining the podcast. We'll see you on the next one. Like, subscribe with the latest and greatest from Samurai Blitz. Hit us on the comments, guys. Talk shit to John. Thank you so much, guys. See you on the next one.